defending yourself, you're on your back foot, and deep down I think you know you're hurting the sport, and I think you know that actually what you're doing is bad for the game.
Because I'll bet them everything they've got. Let's have a winner take all. Let's see if they do that. He's saying that Joshua can do that. Winner take all. Tyson will go for it, and he'll be in the dole queue. That'll be the end of them. The end of the ends, big man.
Carl Froch roasts John Fury for saying Tyson Fury will destroy Anthony Joshua in one round. Carl Froch fires back with a sharp, almost warning tone, dismissing John Fury's claims as dangerous hype that crosses the line into disrespect. He implies that overconfidence around Tyson Fury could backfire badly, while reminding everyone that Anthony Joshua is still a proven force, capable of silencing bold predictions inside the ring.
Will come out of retirement if you can do a deal to fight AJ. I think it makes massive sense. It'll feed his ego a little bit. It'll be the end of an era, and I think it'd be something that I could tune in to watch. Like I said earlier, I'm not massively excited about the fight with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. If that fight never happened, I'd be like, yeah, okay, no.
John Fury makes a very bold and aggressive claim, insisting that Anthony Joshua would crumble quickly and that Tyson Fury would control the fight with ease. His confidence suggests a one-sided outcome, but such statements often feel more like psychological warfare than reality, especially when facing elite-level opposition where small mistakes can completely change the course of the fight.
Easier night than Deontay Wilder, and I'll take all bets again. First round, Tyson will come back jabbing, missing, making slip and slide, bang! Joshua fought the piece after first right hand, because he'll know then, I can't beat this man. All them fighters know they can't beat.
Tyson Fury comes in, sounding extremely confident, almost arrogant, as he claims no one in the division can beat him. He puts himself above everyone, including Anthony Joshua, which adds more heat to the rivalry. But this kind of talk also puts pressure on him, because big words like these will only be judged inside the ring, not outside.
1, I'm too big. 2, I'm too good. And 3, I've got too many styles for them. I'm 4, and I'm an adapter. And 5, they couldn't ever beat me anyway. So there we go.
What keeps things simple but focused, showing that boxing is not just a career for him, but a daily routine he fully lives by. His calm approach suggests he is staying patient and ready without getting caught up in hype. Compared to Tyson Fury's loud confidence, Joshua's mindset feels more grounded, but it still raises questions about how he will respond when the big moment arrives.
My life, innit? That's what we do in our fight, so it's just my life. So yeah, that'll happen soon as well, when he's ready. I got hit.
Liam Goff highlights the timeline around the potential fight, pointing out that the gap until July gives Anthony Joshua enough time to prepare and improve. This delay keeps the anticipation alive, while also allowing both fighters to stay active and sharp. However, the longer it drags on, the more uncertainty builds, especially with Tyson Fury always being unpredictable when it comes to big fight negotiation.
Thinks it will be, and it will be in July, and that's a good long break. You know, it's December to July, so you know it's more than 6 months, so it's plenty of time to let AJ see how he gets on, because Eddie Hearn did say in that interview, I think it was a boxing scene, that even though he spoke with AJ, even though
Eddie Hearn makes it clear that the only fight everyone is talking about is the clash between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. His statement highlights how big this matchup is for the sport, almost like the entire division revolves around it. It also suggests that negotiations and interest from major figures are all centered around making this fight happen, keeping fans and promoters locked into one of the most anticipated bouts in boxing.
That people have been talking about, and the only fight people want to see, and the reason that His Excellency has been engaging in those talks with Tyson Fury is to fight Anthony Joshua.
Showbiz the Adult points out the importance of Anthony Joshua showing mental strength during a difficult time. He acknowledges the emotional pressure Joshua has faced, but emphasizes that his confidence and mindset remain intact. This kind of resilience is crucial, especially for a fighter at the elite level, where mental stability can be just as important as physical ability when preparing for major fights like a potential showdown with Tyson Fury.
Hear Anthony Joshua speak with confidence and strength, saying that he has a strong mind. And that was great, because a lot of people are wondering with that tragedy, you know, how he could be doing mentally and spiritually. Of course he's sad, of course he's down, of course he needs time to grieve and all those things. but he has a strong.
And raises a deeper point about what drives a fighter like Anthony Joshua to continue competing at the highest level. While physical recovery is not in question, the real challenge lies in motivation and mindset. He questions whether boxing still gives Joshua the same purpose, or if life experiences have changed his perspective. This adds a more serious layer to the discussion around whether Joshua can fully commit to another high-stakes fight with Tyson Fury.
And so with that in mind, physically, of course, he'll overcome it. It's whether boxing provides him with an outcome that he wants to motivate himself to go back into a ring and punch.
Anthony Joshua directly calls out Tyson Fury, demanding the fight and putting pressure on him to step up and prove himself. His tone is confident and competitive, making it clear he believes this is the only fight that truly defines the heavyweight division. By pushing for the matchup, Joshua is not just chasing legacy, but also challenging Fury's claims of being #1, turning the rivalry into a public battle of pride and status.
Fighting is that there will be one dominant figure in the heavyweight division that will have all of the belts to become undisputed. So logically it says to prove yourself as #1, I have to fight Tyson Fury, he has to fight Anthony Joshua, and it will cause for a great announcement after this whole pandemic of face fight.
Tyson Fury speaks with intense confidence and determination, insisting he is ready for anyone at any time. His words reflect a fighter who believes he has fully returned to form and is more focused than ever. The aggressive tone also reinforces his belief that he can dominate opponents like Anthony Joshua. However, such strong claims raise expectations, and fans will be watching closely to see if his performance matches the level of his confidence.
Was tipped to win due to the fact that he went 12 rounds after a long layoff, and the only weapon Deontay Wilder had, in my opinion, was a decent jab and a decent right hand. Tyson Fury's strategy was to put him on his back foot and take the play away from Deontay Wilder, as Deontay Wilder
highlights that Tyson Fury still looks in good shape both mentally and physically, which is important for a fighter at this stage of his career. He acknowledges Fury's long-standing impact on the heavyweight division and suggests that his return adds excitement and personality to the sport. However, there is still uncertainty about whether Fury's physical condition and sharpness remain at their peak when facing top-level opponents like Anthony Joshua.
He's in a good place. Physically, he looked good as well. He's been working well out in Thailand, and I sort of agree with Paulie. I think that he's he's a massive addition to the heavyweight scene. He has been over the last 10 years, and I think it's good to have him back. We need the characters. Look, are the legs still there? We're going to find that.
Frank Warren explains that while Anthony Joshua is interested in fighting, the bout depends entirely on finalizing the terms. This shows that negotiations are still a major hurdle, even when both sides show willingness. His statement suggests that the fight is not just about desire, but also about business agreements. And until everything is settled, the clash with Tyson Fury remains uncertain despite ongoing demand from fans.
He wants to fight, but this fight will only happen when the terms are agreed for him to fight. And as far as I understand at this moment, that's not been done. So the terms have got to be sorted out, and then I'm quite sure if that is the case, he will do.
Lennox Lewis explains the matchup between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury as a classic clash of power versus skill. He points out that Joshua's biggest weapon is his knockout ability, while Fury relies more on movement, IQ, and adaptability inside the ring. This breakdown highlights why the fight is so difficult to predict, because both fighters bring completely different strengths that can cancel each other out. In a high-pressure heavyweight environment, one clean moment can change everything, and that is what makes this potential fight so dangerous and exciting at the same time. It's not just about who is better overall, but who executes their game plan better on the night, which is why many still see this as a true 50-50 showdown.
One person that, they've got good boxing ability, and the other person that has a good knockout punch. So it's power against skill.
Johnny Nelson gives a realistic and slightly cautious view on Anthony Joshua, suggesting that while opponents may study ways to defeat him, he remains a serious threat at elite level. He acknowledges that fighters can be stopped with the right timing and shot, referencing past moments where Joshua has been vulnerable. However, he still leans toward Joshua when comparing him with Tyson Fury, indicating that overall he believes Joshua's physical tools and power could give him the edge. This kind of analysis shows how finely balanced the rivalry is, where small tactical decisions and moments of timing could decide the outcome rather than a clear domination from either side, making the potential fight highly competitive and unpredictable.
Because Tyson Fury's a fighting man. So I know Dylan White is nightmare to everybody. You never know right now. People are thinking, yes, I know how to take that boy out. It's the same shot Anthony Joshua took him out with, and Pulev took him out, Povetkin took him out with. But I just think, fight-wise, I'd lean towards Anthony Joshua. Boxing-wise,
Carl Froch delivers a very direct and controversial opinion, suggesting that Anthony Joshua may prioritize a big money fight with Tyson Fury rather than focusing on becoming a world champion again. His comment implies that the commercial side of boxing could be influencing career decisions more than legacy goals. While this viewpoint may divide fans, it reflects a common debate in modern boxing where major fights often bring huge financial rewards. Froch's statement also raises questions about motivation, whether Joshua is chasing titles or high-profile events. Either way, it adds another layer to the narrative, suggesting that the Fury fight is not just about competition, but also about business, timing, and maximizing opportunities before both fighters move past their prime.
Tyson Fury's mouth drags it back into the gutter at times, but I also think that some of his achievements have been quite remarkable. And he's come back and won fights and achieved things at times that I didn't think he could. Anthony Joshua on the whole has been...
The stakes in a potential clash between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury go far beyond just another heavyweight fight. It's about legacy, pride, and proving who truly sits at the top of the division. If Joshua wins, it could silence years of criticism and re-establish him as one of the most dominant forces in boxing. If Fury wins, it strengthens his claim as the most complete heavyweight of this era and backs up all the confidence he's been speaking with. Mentally, both fighters bring very different energy. Joshua appears calm, focused, and disciplined, while Fury thrives on confidence and self-belief, often using mind games to get into opponents' heads. That contrast alone makes this matchup even more intriguing. So the real question is simple: who handles the pressure when it matters most? Are you backing Joshua's power and composure, or Fury's skill and unpredictability? Drop your thoughts below and join the debate.